A very good evening and welcome to our second edition of UBC News Tonight. I am Laureen Masika Kazimoto. We'll start off with our first story this evening. President Museveni has received credentials from 7 ambassadors and high commissioners newly accredited to Uganda. The ambassadors presented their credentials at State House Entebbe. They included His Excellency Mohamed Khelifi of Algeria, His Excellency Simone Knapp of Austria, His Excellency Pavel Zitkin of Belarus, His Excellency Matthews Jere of Zambia, His Excellency Naif Hafiz Al-Otiabi of Kuwait, and His Excellency Tarek Mohammed of Bangladesh, and His Excellency Andrew Onalena of Botswana. During the function, President Museveni welcomed the new ambassadors to Uganda and assured them of the government commitment to work with them to strengthen the cordial relationship among the particular countries. On their part, the ambassadors also promised to work with Uganda, basing on mutual respect and cooperation. The ambassador of Algeria informed President Museveni that his country is in advanced stages of importing quality milk from Uganda. Zambia's ambassador to Uganda delivered warm greetings from His Excellency President Hakainde Hichilema to President Museveni and also promised further strength to their relationship between the two countries. President Museveni also noted that he was working forward to welcoming their presidents to Uganda, especially those coming for the Non-Aligned Movement Summit in January next year. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni held discussions with His Majesty Omusinga Charles Wesley Mumbere of the Rwenzururu Kingdom and his wife, Her Royal Highness Nyabahole Agnes Itungu, at State House Entebbe on Wednesday. During the meeting, President Museveni was happy to learn that the Omusinga Bwa Rwenzururu had begun a new chapter which is aligned with the vision of the National Resistance Movement to transform Uganda. In his speech, President Museveni said he was glad that the kingdom is now aligned with the NRM to transform the NRM vision, which has 3 historical missions which the Africans had failed to see. Museveni also discussed with the Omusinga matters of prosperity, socio-economic transformation, and strategic security. Museveni informed the Omusinga, who moved with some of his cabinet members, that the government restored kingdoms to allow traditional leaders to mobilize and cause socio-economic transformation of the people through, among others, universal education and ensuring that everyone joins the money economy. He revealed that traditional institutions are good if they are handled well. Museveni told Omusinga Mumbere that he was glad to see that the Rwenzururu Kingdom has taken a new path and congratulated him on account that there was no need of having an irreversible showdown to abandon the principles of the NRM. President Museveni assured the Rwenzururu Kingdom that the government will, in the new financial year, embark on the work of constructing the Kingdom Palace in Kasese and also improve monthly allowances given to the kingdoms.
In body and soul. And then finally, Your Excellency, what that goes, the market is already there. Thank you, Your Excellency.
I was telling His Highness when I met Mutebi in London, 1981, and I was telling him that he was telling me about their issues. I said, no, we can support you if the cultural institutions will add value to our journey of the other 2 missions. Unity for prosperity, unity for strategic security. So if your kingdoms can help that, then we shall support them. If they oppose it, we shall fight them. Fight them. Modern government at Arukora. These institutions are good if they are handled well. So now the third principle of the NRM is exactly what you are talking about. Socio-economic transformation. Hatu kwaratunga akatere, kwaratunga katare, like you are saying now, akatare karoho Congo, bita bakonji tuwene kiba kutundayo. So that's why we say, once you love Uganda, once you love Africa, as markets, ezokusobora kwihawo obunaku. Iwe wenka oyina okuhindura emikorere yawe ebyo orikukora.
Yes, somewhere else. I'm glad you remember that.
Bad things. Otherwise, we are not after, because all
President Yoweri Museveni received a letter from His Eminence Mubaje, the Mufti of Uganda, dated November 29, 2023, addressing disputes concerning the sale of Muslim properties. In his correspondence, President Museveni expressed awareness of these conflicts, but initially didn't focus on them, relying on capable national institutions, particularly the Judiciary, headed by Chief Justice Chief Owiny-Dolo, to handle such matters. President Museveni convened surprise at learning from Mufti Mubaje's letter that among the affected Muslim properties was the National Mosque at Old Kampala. He questioned the rationale behind such actions, considering it irrational for any person, let alone a judge, to order the attachment of a mosque or church due to debts incurred by faith officials. He emphasized the need for laws protecting places of worship, asserting the necessity of common sense in such matters. The President urged Chief Justice Owiny-Dolo to personally review the situation and restore order. He highlighted allegations by His Eminence Mubaje regarding further instances of misconduct and collusion, emphasizing his astonishment at the audacity of attaching the National Mosque. President Museveni made it clear that such reasoning contradicts the principles of the NRM freedom fighters and the government they lead. Now, the Court of Appeal in Kampala has halted the auctioning of the Muslim property in a bid to recover 19.2 billion by businessman Justice Chabahwa. The ruling was made by 3 justices of Court of Appeal led by Deputy Chief Justice Richard Butera.
Kampala, before 3 justices led by Deputy Chief Justice Richard Butera, Justice Irene Mulyagonja and Justice Geoffrey Chiriabwire have issued an order halting the sale of Muslim property by businessman Justice Chabahwa to recover over 19 billion shillings. The alleged money Chabahwa claims to have bought land from Uganda Muslim Stream Council in 2020.
Nesalibwawo nti tewali kutunda ebintu bya Busiraamu era tuli basanyufu bulijjo tubagamba tetubategeeza nti okutunda ebintu bya Basiraamu tebasobola kutunda just that. Era tuli basanyufu nnyo bulijjo tubategeeza nti ffe tulina trust in our judiciary era bakoze ddala bulungi era balabye ensonga where it is era so kyekyo twebaza nnyo judiciary na balabye ne basalira omusango.
The appellant court allowed the application pending determination of the main appeal, in which Uganda Muslim Supreme Council wants court to quash the commercial court decision of giving Chabahwa justice leeway to sell off Muslim property over an outstanding debt of 19 billion.
Kutereko mulamwa kukyaliwo judgment esigaddewo apiilu eri wano banzibana bagiwadde obudde tugiwulira ejja kuwulirwa naye nga bwe tuli essaawa eno Uganda Muslim Supreme Council tugibanja era tukyagibanja okukadde biliyoni 19 ne miliyoni.
The order halting the auctioning of the Muslim property was not detailed. However, the Deputy Chief Justice Richard Butera promised to deliver the detailed ruling on notice. The application that led to the halt of selling of Muslim property arises from an application filed by Uganda Muslim Supreme Council against businessman Justice Chabahwa from auctioning the facilities. Businessman Chabahwa was allowed by the Commercial Division of the High Court to auction 9 properties belonging to the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council to be able to recover 19.2 billion shillings. The assets included Old Kampala Mosque, Plot 5463 in Chadondo, land at Chanja, and a 1 square mile tract of land in Buikwe, 1 acre piece of land on Bass Road in Jinja City, land in Mbale City, Hoima, among others. Uganda Muslim Supreme Council recently lost their bid to stop the sale of the property in the case which was before Justice Christopher Gashabake, who declined to stay the execution of the order to attach and sell the property. The execution order was to be implemented by Lawuzi auctioneers bailiffs after the elapse of 30 days issued by the Commercial Court Registrar. Rebecca Nantongo, Deborah Namamonde, UBC News.
The Uganda Muslim Supreme Council in Old Kampala addressed the issue of Muslim properties in light of recent court rulings. Additionally, State Minister of Housing, Honorable Persis Muganza, denounced the extremist behavior concerning Muslim affairs during a gathering at the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council headquarters in Old Kampala.
At the Old Kampala Muslim headquarters, various Muslim leaders, including Mufti of Uganda, Sheikh Shaban Ramadhan Mubajje, and State Minister of Housing, Persis Muganza, celebrated the favorable ruling by the Supreme Court in support of the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council. Subsequently, during a media briefing, Dr. Muhammad Kisambira, the national chairman of the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council, elucidated on the court's decisions. He expressed gratitude to the Judiciary Department and the President.
Everybody who in their different capacities made sure that this justice is served to us. What we prayed before was being heard before these items could be taken. We have been denied that chance, and we are glad that in our appeal we've been granted leave to go and defend the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council. To assure Ugandans and my brothers and sisters in Islam that as UMSC we are committed to getting a long-term solution to this debacle through all the available means.
I want a big warning to the business people. As we do the businesses, let us have a limit as we do the businesses. You can't go to the trade whereby you enter into even selling and compensating with Islamic property. Honestly, it's not good. Remember, this is Allah's property. It's for God. How can you start coming that and you're ready? This is masjid. Its purpose, people they use to pray from it.
You have proved them wrong.
oyagala kutematema obusiramu oba oyagala kutattana ddiiri lya busiramu oba oyagala kutabulatabula nakwabula basiramu.
Robert Katamba, Jamilu Sekaja, UBC News.
President Yoweri Museveni has commended Ugandan contractors and engineers for the progress registered in the country's construction industry. The president has also acknowledged the contribution of the construction industry in the economy of Uganda. The president's message was delivered today by the Vice President Jessica Lupo at the Uganda Construction and Infrastructure Forum and Exhibition at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds.
And Infrastructure Forum and Exhibition of 2023 has been held under the theme celebrating 30 years of shaping Uganda's construction industry. In his message, the president emphasized government's commitment to infrastructural development.
The construction industry is the backbone of our nation's development. It breathes life into our infrastructure, fuels economic growth, and provides livelihoods to countless individuals and families across our nation.
The president has also highlighted the need for continuous training of scientists and engineers to develop the construction industry.
This is why I have put emphasis on enhanced training of our scientists in our schools. My immediate focus has been to provide more energy to power our industries.
The Ugandan contractors and engineers have continued to decry the delayed payment of their services by government. This, among other factors, have affected the industry.
Pay them in time. They can't afford to survive. So, Your Excellency, I think I will add my voice to that of the President, and I would also request that we add our voices together to support this industry.
The Construction and Infrastructure Forum and Exhibition of this year has been organized by the Uganda National Association of Building and Civil Engineering Contractors.
Since you regained your independence, many schools have been constructed, many roads have been constructed, airports have been improved, and many things are happening. But as I say, in many African countries, Uganda included, the real construction and the real infrastructure does not involve many African contractors.
Ugandan local contractors and engineers have on numerous occasions been under the spotlight for doing shoddy works, but they attribute it to poor funding. The contractors have also decried government's over-reliance on foreign-owned companies to work on mega projects in the country. Diano Olweny-Peters, UBC News.
Thank you, Peters. Judicial officers have voiced their concerns regarding the persistent habit of resident district commissioners discussing court rulings, decisions and orders, which has on occasion impeded the execution of certain court directives and undermined the judiciary's work and access to justice. This issue was highlighted during the annual Registrars and Magistrates Conference held in Kampala, attended by over 1,000 registrars and magistrates across the country. The conference aimed to strategize on enhancing justice administration and improving performance in their roles.
The prevalent practice of RDCs engaging in discussions about court orders before their implementation emerged as a significant concern raised by the magistrates during the conference.
The RDCs have got to make the decisions for us. I have a matter which for the last 3 months, the order is there, but it cannot be executed. This is one of the areas where we request you as being the top management to look into it.
At the launch of the 28th Joint Government Partner Access Justice Annual Review Report for 2022-2023, Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs Norbert Mao echoed concern over these recurring issues.
But we also need to reform legal education in Uganda so that it responds to issues.
Deputy Chief Justice Richard Butera, serving as the chief guest of the Annual Registrars and Magistrates Conference, called for calmness among the magistrates and revealed ongoing discussions between the judiciary and relevant authorities regarding this matter.
It has been taken up at every level. It's being discussed. a decision will be found for the solution of this matter, but it's not yet available. But one way to be handling it till that is achieved is, because let's understand where it comes from. If there is good working relationships, and this I talked about, of good working relationships with all stakeholders, it would help.
Butera also commended the Registrar of Magistrates for their remarkable efforts in dispersing justice, but highlighted concerns about delayed rulings, judgments, and absenteeism among judicial officers.
We need to be mindful that the judiciary has a constitutional mandate, that in the exercise of this mandate, Article 126(2) of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda spells out 5 principles to be followed in the administration of justice. That justice shall be done to all, irrespective of their social or economic status. That justice shall not be delayed. That adequate compensation shall be awarded to victims of wrongdoing.
The Executive Director of the Judicial Training Institute, Lady Justice Damari Rwanga, was also in attendance at the conference.
The main objective of this conference is to retool and refresh the professional skills of registrars and magistrates and to build their capacity and knowledge for effective delivery of justice. It is intended to equip them with the requisite knowledge and skills for management of some common areas in adjudication and handling of cases generally.
Rebecca Natongo, Deborah Namamonde, UBC News.
Kampala City emerged the winner of the Guangzhou International Award for Urban Innovation alongside 4 other cities across the world that was organized in Guangzhou, China. KCCA Executive Director Dorothy Kisaka says this application has garnered international acclaim for its role in advancing technology to enhance sanitation and hygiene service delivery, particularly within informal settlements.
Over 40% of persons in Kampala live in informal settlements, contributing to the highest of its population using pit latrines which need emptying services. The city has, however, grappled with challenges of poor waste management, hence the creation of Weyonje app by KCCA that is designed as user-friendly access where citizens can simply download it onto their phones and sign up, enabling them to initiate emptying service requests. The Minister of Kampala and Metropolitan Affairs, Mr. Kabanda, appeals to the public to get themselves used with the Weyonje app so they can benefit from it.
Essential service to our people. I have also noted the several benefits of this Weyonje application, but more importantly, I have noted that it has improved the sanitation and fecal sludge management in Kampala.
The Executive Director, Kampala Capital City Authority, Dorothy Kisaka, says that Kampala's win is attributed to the commitment to embracing and implementing innovative solutions to address the unique challenges faced by its urban landscape.
First of all, we used to be at a collection efficiency of 40%. We used to be able to collect the waste from septic tanks and latrines only at 40%. Right now, we have risen to 80%. And when we were collecting at 40%, it meant, just like the landlords have told us, that the waste was being just drained in the drainages. And that is what was bringing us opportunistic diseases like cholera. You've heard from the Weyonje team that since 2018, we've not had a cholera outbreak.
Sarah Zalwango, the Director of Public Health and Environment at KCCA, disclosed that the core objective of the application is to track the fecal silage, waste and sanitation services from collection to disposal.
Before the implementation of this as Weyonje app, we were at about 44% of, cost effectiveness of sewage emptying. but now we are over 80%.
The award was officially handed over to the Minister of Kampala and the Metropolitan Affairs, Hajat Misa Kabanda. Justina Kami, UBC News.
Traders United under the United Arcaders Traders Entrepreneurs Association, UATEA, are facing mounting challenges due to the increasing piles of garbage around Kampala's arcades, significantly impacting local businesses. Ntale Edward, chairman of UATEA, stressed the urgent need for Kampala Capital City Authority to address the growing garbage crisis. He warned that continued negligence might push traders to take drastic measures, including refusing license payments.
Ntale Edward, chairman of United Arcaders Traders Entrepreneurs Association, mentioned that by 2024, traders would withhold license payments unless KCCA decisively rectified the escalating garbage issue within the city center.
We are not happy at all because of the poor sanitation in town. The town is dirty, is full of garbage, full of smell, bad smell.
Ono Kampala wakati kuna bugabo kasasiro afuse kasasiro amazeho wiki namba no musube bunaku bisayiko bera waneno bingi bisani ko tebivaawo metukolera.
Garbage collectors Kasimu Chironde and Sendogia Ronald revealed how challenges worsening during the rainy season, hindering truck movement to the designated dumping site in Chitezi.
Obuzibu tusanga mu kirombe kino enkuba kasite etonya, enkuba bwetonya tewasobola kala mangu kitwala omwezi mulambo kala. Ekyokubiri ettaka lebaleeta mulira basimalamu liri awo liringa lebasima wasitumanyi ettaka mulira bwe lifaanana emyaka enkuba bwetonya era sikiru bali mu kikola.
A resident in Chitezi expressed an appeal for authorities to rehabilitate the road to the dumping site, citing the severe impact on local businesses due to the current situation.
Zibiwa mukubo ndozange mubirabye mukubo awo motoka ziparkinze awo tetukyakola bulungi emirimu tegikyatambula.
Sarah Zarango, Director of Public Health and Environment at KCCA, acknowledged the recent challenges due to the deteriorating road conditions at Chitezi dumping site.
At the moment, that's the situation. We need to clear the roads in Chitezi where they are dumping. It's a little difficult to access the landfill, and so because of that, we've reduced on the rate of taking the garbage out of Kampala. That's the challenge. The trucks go there and take forever to come back.
According to a 2023 KCC report, only 400 to 500 tons out of 1,200 to 1,500 tons of garbage generated daily are collected, resulting in a mere 40% collection efficiency. Brian Tumwenebyaruhanga, UBC News.
UBC News Tonight takes a very short break, but we return with more stories after these messages.
...1950 Bandar Conference. The term non-alignment was used for the first time in 1950 at the United Nations by India and Yugoslavia, both of which refused to align themselves with the other side in the multi-alliances involving Korean War. Drawing on the principles agreed at the Bandar Conference in 1955, the Non-Aligned Movement was an organization founded on the Brijuni Islands in Yugoslavia in 1956 and was formalized by signing the Declaration of the Brijuni on 19th July 1956.
Atwine, the co-founder of Eversend, a startup that is building financial technology from Uganda to the world. From currency exchange to business banking, Stone and his team are doing it all. Stone embodies the grit and the commitment to take a startup from nothing to something. Stone, keep building. You are unstoppable. MTN, the Unstoppable Network, celebrates you. Download the Eversend app or visit eversend.com, and together, let's support Ugandans like Stone who are driving our country's unstoppable progress.
Metu Bus Industries, Namamve, the manufacturers of buses for transporters, schools, tour operators, and special purpose vans and any customized vehicle. Metu Bus Industries offers a range of buses known for safety, comfort, and reliability. Depending on your needs, a bus can simply be a point A to point B people mover with just seats, or a special design that includes power outlet, Wi-Fi, television, refreshment center, and any other specification. Buy your buses from Metu and support industrialization of Uganda. Contact us on 0788 118586 or 0782 030303. Email us metuafricabus@gmail.com. Visit our website www.metubusafrica.com.
Oyagaliza famire yo obugagga n'obulamu obulungi, yiga bw'oyinza okubifuna ng'okozesa science ne tekinologiya ng'oyita mu butonde. Omukenkufu Nyanzi Julius, ekyuma kiwagala kyuma, akuwandiikidde ekitabo ky'otasaanye kusubwa kusoma. Ekitabo kino akituumye Money Grows on Trees, sente zimera ku miti. Weefunire kopi ku siringi $200 gyokka ku kitebe kya Prof Bio Research ku Katorio Mall, ku matabi g'amatundiro g'ebitabo aga Livestock Booklets, ku Acacia Mall, Garden City, Kampala Road, ne ku mitimbagano ja Jumia Uganda, oba kuba 0703 M52 M52 tukikutuuseeko wonna w'oli. Jjukira nti Money Grows on Trees, sente zimera ku miti.
Welcome back from that break. And now in more news, leaders, stakeholders and security experts are urgently urging the government to tackle the persistent insecurities in the Acholi region, stemming from post-war effects that have given a rise to subculture known as the Agu. The Agu, often identified as criminals in the Acholi region, are children whose parentage remains unknown. Their presence has spread terror across Acholi, targeting market vendors, households, shops, and even university students. We have more details.
A research study conducted by the College of Humanities and Social Sciences at Makerere University sheds light on the Agu, characterizing them as children lacking identity and a sense of belonging due to the aftermath of the conflict. Professor Josephina Hikire, the principal investigator and head of the College of Humanities and Social Sciences at Makerere, emphasizes that the Agu's numbers continue to grow due to the ongoing neglect by communities.
Criminal gangs that need to be arrested and put behind bars. Almost into this issue of Agu, these are children mainly whose fathers are not known. So what happens is that when the fathers are not known, they are castigated and they are floating in a sense. These are not criminals, these are children that have been excluded from belonging. They kill, they rape, they do all sorts of things, they steal, and they are armed. Some of them, they don't know where they get the real arms from. So it's a big issue, it's a national issue, it's a gender issue, it's a development issue.
Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs Norbert Mao attributes the emergence of the Agu community to the government's failure in implementing the Juba Peace Agreement.
So parenting is another frontier. I hope you are noting the frontiers I'm talking about. One is the educational system. Two is the implementation of the Juba Peace Agreement. So we are directing the Agu towards as a security problem, as a criminal justice. We are not looking at it as a social problem or even a humanitarian problem.
These are like largely street kids. They think they don't have mothers, they don't have fathers, they don't have land, they don't have all sorts of amenities. And for that reason, they have to struggle to survive. And in the struggle to survive, that's why they end up committing crimes and doing all sorts of, engaging in all sorts of criminal activities.
The Agu, a group of individuals without known fathers, came into existence during the prolonged conflict in northern Uganda. They lack land rights and familiar connections, posing a threat to various communities as they feel marginalized and excluded by both the government and local communities. Choli.
That you see Agu is as a result of parental negligence, poverty, and that these are the things that are driving people to the streets.
The Electricity Regulatory Authority has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the Uganda Petroleum Institute, Kigumba, to enhance the certification and training of electricians, especially fresh trainees from the institute. The agreement will facilitate industrial placement of trainees.
The collaboration between the Electricity Regulatory Authority and the Uganda Petroleum Institute Kigumba aims to establish intersectoral coherence and collaboration functions focused on the certification and training of electricians.
So commit to participate in the review of policies, plans and programs and projects of Uganda Petroleum Institute Kigumba that relate to the activities that are regulated by the Electricity Regulatory Authority. We commit to share information with the Uganda Petroleum Institute Kigumba on ERA's collaborative activities relating to the certification of electricians within the electricity subsector.
Under this partnership, both entities will establish a standardized unit for sharing information and conducting interviews for all applicants seeking installation permits. This ensures a consistent and thorough evaluation process for eligible candidates.
Instead of releasing them to the market and again they struggle before they can get certified. So we'll make arrangements to ensure that the graduates are equally practically skilled and quickly presented for our installation permits committee to get certified so that they can qualify for the job market.
It's important. Our partnership is therefore critical in supporting training and qualification of competent electrical and instrumentation or renewable energy technicians for the future.
The cooperation agreement extends to various areas, including the placement of Uganda Petroleum Institute Kigumba students for industrial training. The primary goal is to increase the number of certified electricians, thereby mitigating the adverse impacts associated with non-professionals in the field.
They misrepresent us, they do wrong wiring, they promote illegal hooking, and if I knew their numbers and I can identify where they are, I would either encourage them to come and they get tested, and if they don't, because of the hazard that they impose onto the public, they won't be amongst us.
The agreement will as well facilitate the acquisition of new and decommission of expired equipment like generators for training purposes. Abdul Nasiri Lugama for UBC.
Experts in veterinary medicine and stakeholders in the dairy sector urge to collaborate in the battle against tick-borne diseases, which pose a persistent threat to the growth of Uganda's livestock industry. In Africa, where over 100 million people survive on less than $2 per day, livestock plays a crucial role in their livelihoods, but 25% of this valuable asset is currently lost due to diseases caused by ticks.
A two-day meeting organized by Elanco and the Global Alliance for Livestock Veterinary Medicines under the Managing Animal Health and Acaricides for a Better Africa initiative emphasized the urgent need to address tick-borne disease affecting smallholder farmers. The scientists were informed that many ticks had developed resistance to acaricides, necessitating collaborative efforts to find effective solutions. Dr. Anna Rose Ademon, Assistant Director at MIFE, emphasized the severity of the situation, highlighting that the resistance of acaricides poses a significant threat to livestock health, compelling farmers to resort to stronger pesticides. This not only endangers the well-being of livestock, but also raises concerns about potential health risks for humans.
My guidance is we do zoning of acaricides and we do molecule zoning, and then we go out together as a country and we change over these acaricides when needed.
Johnson Kengabo, a dairy farmer from Chiboga, shared his perspective on the challenges faced by farmers due to tick-borne diseases. He emphasized the need for proactive measures to mitigate the impact on both livestock and human health.
We as farmers, as farmer groups, I think the message we are taking is to go back and mobilize our farmers and using the Mahaba, the tools which they are giving us and the knowledge to try to equip our farmers with better knowledge on how to use the acaricides, but also how to use the tools.
Mahaba is a shared value initiative designed to help deliver sustainable solutions that help small-scale producers tap full potential of their livestock. The project aims to support small-scale producers in Nigeria and Uganda by defining and implementing strategies to effectively control tick infestations in cattle.
Our focus is on ensuring that small-scale producers actually have access to required medicine to treat their livestock and therefore transform their lives through production increases.
We want to empower farmers to make the best out of their livestock.
Supported by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the Mahaba initiative aims to register over 33 products and provide training to up to 450,000 farmers by 2026. Dr. Lenaig Halos from the Bill and Melinda Gates reiterated the Foundation's commitment to addressing this critical issue and supporting sustainable solutions for livestock health in Africa.
Contribute to preserving the ability to treat with the current acaricides by providing innovative solutions, animal health solutions, and professionalizing solutions to small-scale farmers to improve the use of the current acaricide.
Meet Stone Atwine, the co-founder of Eversend, a startup that is building financial technology from Uganda to the world. From currency exchange to business banking, Stone and his team are doing it all. Stone embodies the grit and the commitment to take a startup from nothing to something. Stone, keep building. You are unstoppable. MTN, the Unstoppable Network, celebrates you. Download the Eversend app or visit eversend.com, and together, let's support Ugandans like Stone who are driving our country's unstoppable progress.
Wait
hepatitis, you need to take your medicine.
But Mom, they are playing without me.
Here, swallow your medicine fast. I don't want you to get another headache from that infection.
Medicines help us feel better when we are ill, but sometimes they can cause side effects. By reporting side effects, you help us learn about the medicine we use. This improves quality of care for each patient. Always report suspected side effects to NDA. Together, we can make medicines safer for everyone. This message is brought to you by National Drug Authority with support from Global Fund.
Banyeta ko Muhangi Donata, the chairperson wa group. I
am the chairperson of this group that got money. The group is called Karisandala HIV/AIDS Craftswomen Group. UWEP gave us money in 2017 and they gave us 3.3 million Ugandan shillings. We used it in 1 year and got 23 million out of it. We do baskets and kitchen gardens, and we also have a saving group. We thank UWEP because this money helped us as women. Women can now educate their children and build houses because many of them are single mothers. We work without jealousy because we want to leave a legacy that even those who will be around tomorrow will appreciate.
Welcome back from that break, and now into the business scene. The Chief Executive Office, Letshego Uganda, Germany, Ijuka, discloses that fraud remains a pervasive challenge in the financial sector, affecting various players. Now, during a media briefing at the Kololo head office, Ijuka emphasizes the importance of leveraging technology for fraud prevention. Letshego is strategically adopting a technology-driven approach in aligning with the evolving financial industry landscape in rural and urban communities. The group is poised to introduce groundbreaking measures to foster accessibility and participation in financial services, particularly for micro and small entrepreneurs. We have more.
As the year comes to a close, Leshoho Uganda takes stock of its accomplishments in 2023 and articulates a forward-looking vision for the coming year. The Chief Executive Officer, Leshoho Uganda, Germany, Ijukwe, reflects on the significant developments and achievements for the financial inclusive service business in 2023 to micro and small entrepreneurs.
It's been an exciting year. We've been able to grow in real sense as a business across all parameters, in terms of our balance sheet, in terms of our return to the shareholder. We've been able to grow, but also we've been able to reach out to many clients. Our client base has grown, and that is a very exciting thing for us because we're in business of doing of impact. So when we have all the matrices growing, that becomes extremely exciting.
In light of the ongoing global automation and digitalization trends, the Shoho embrace these advancements to enhance financial service delivery respectively.
Our digitalization journey is anchored largely by our digital mall, which is a marketplace platform, but also we do a lot of APIs integration with different market players so that we meet our customers at the point of intent.
Addressing a business media briefing at Kololo, Kampala, Ijukwe provides insights into the strategic direction the Shoho will be taking in 2024 in envisioning to navigate challenges and capitalizing on opportunities in the evolving financial landscape.
But I can promise our customers that our product factory in 2024 will be very explosive and we'll be able to give them more products than we've been able to give them before.
Ijukwe shared insights into how Leshoho aims to navigate complexities such as fraud while capitalizing on emerging prospects.
One is using technology to fight fraud in technology, but also people who use the technology and people who deploy the technology, and also the scale of investigations, the ability of the police and these investigative arms to be able to investigate quickly and know where the challenges are and they are fixed.
The commitment and adaptability and foresight remains at the forefront of Leshoho's mission. Exploring ways to manage and diversify credit concentration will be crucial for ensuring the overall health and stability of the financial ecosystem.
Now on to sports. Uganda teams are representing the East African region in the CAF Schools Championships. St. Mary's Secondary School Chitende rounded off a near perfect Sekafa Zonal CAF African School qualifiers in style, winning the championship. The Ugandan representatives in the boys category edged Tanzania 4-2 via post-match penalties after the game had ended in a 1-1 stalemate. Kawempe Muslims are representing the ladies. Chitende Eyes winning the African trophy later next year.
It has not been an easy one. The format was a round-robin format where you play a league basis, then after that the top two teams play the final game. It's always not easy to play the same team twice and within a duration of a very small period. Actually, not even a period, because we finished the league games today in the morning, then the first team and the second team had to play in the afternoon. So it wasn't easy, but we tried. It was a battle of tactics, We employed good tactics, and that's why we are victorious. But I thank the Federation for the effort, for the support. I thank St. Mary's Chitende, I thank Dr. Lawrence Mulindo for his generous support that he has given us from the word go, from the camp, all the training, or whatever, facilities and everything.
No one would have won this trophy and say the other team is weak. All teams have been strong. So it's been up to our girls telling them, please give in your all. This is your last game. If we can do it, let's make it. And the support from the Federation, from the USSA, the Secondary School Games Association, has been really supporting the team. The president is here, talked to the girls, and I think that's encouraged them so much. Yesterday we had a talk, and we knew we are going to face it tough, but we needed to be tough. So that has really pushed us so much, because these girls have been having are also great talent.
UBC News Tonight has come to an end. Thank you so much for your company. I'm Lorraine Masika Kazimoto. Good night.
UBC, inspiring Uganda. "1961 Facts about NAM." The Non-Aligned Movement, NAM, is a forum of 120 countries that are not formally aligned with or against any major power bloc. It was founded with a view of advancing interests of developing countries in the context of the Cold War confrontation. After the United Nations, it is the largest grouping of states worldwide.
Christmas and Happy New Year!
Praise the Lord, everybody, and Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. My name, I'm Pastor Richard Kaweke Musoke from Zion Awakening Center, Boyogere. I'm here to celebrate with you Christmas and to tell you the meaning and the essence of Christmas to us all, not only Christians, but the entire world.